Hey everybody, turn my radio down. This is my first ever video, but I wanted to make one because life has been kind of crazy. We all have crazy times in life, of course, but whenever you meet someone and they're supposed to be very important in your life and you do everything you can to keep them happy, and no matter what you do, they cannot be happy. You cannot make some people happy. You give up all your happiness, you give up everything, you don't go anywhere for 3 years. You don't go anywhere. I know. So you sit there and you wait for just that crumb of attention. Just that little crumb of attention. And when you get it, it's like a high. You feel good. But then you're going to be dropped back to the floor. And you're going to be stomped on. And that crumb of attention is gone. It's hard to say what some people feel. Some people will look at you and lie to you in your face. I mean, flat out lie to you. Some people will look you in your face and say, I love you. And they do not love you. It's a lie. When I say something, I mean it. When I say that I'm going to do something, my daddy told me, my word is all I have. Don't ever waste it. Ever. And I don't. If I make you a promise, you can ask anyone. I carry through with that promise even if I'm upset with you for something you've done to me. Or, no matter what, if I've got something else to do and I forgot about it, I will cancel that other appointment and I will do what I told you I would do. But for the past 3 years, I've went through some major changes in my life. First off, my husband passed away 4 years ago. Suddenly, I found him in our front yard dead. Tried to bring him back to life. I'm going to just leave that story there. I didn't. So, anyway, I met this gentleman, and he seemed to be this compassionate, caring, loving soul that was going to be there. I started dating him, and I was very surprised. He seemed to be, Mr. All That. Everything. And then all of a sudden, my house was in another town, and I moved it over here by him. But as soon as I got my house moved over here, all of a sudden, that Mr. Wonderful, that Mr. Nice Guy, he turned into the devil from hell. He became verbally and emotionally abusive. I didn't never know who I was going to get. Was I going to get the nice guy that I met? Or was I going to get this verbally and emotionally abusive man who was going to talk to me like trash? I didn't never know which version I was going to get. I couldn't do anything right. Nothing I did was right. Nothing. Everything was wrong. I don't care if I scrubbed the house from top to bottom and helped him with every chore that he had around his house. I couldn't do anything right. I was going to a therapist for grief, complicated grief therapy, and he wanted to come. So it wound up turning into couples therapy, which, that was okay, I guess, because he wanted to work our relationship out. He didn't want to work our relationship out. He wanted to find out how he could rule me just a little bit better. Well, I started catching on to what he was doing, and it upset me pretty badly because I had stayed in the dumb light for so long, I guess, and did what he said, cried my eyes out, because, never for happiness. He would tell me, you're not laughing at an appropriate time. This is inappropriate. I didn't know there was an appropriate time that you could laugh. I didn't know there was an appropriate time you could smile. I didn't know there was an appropriate time that you could cry. I had to hide all my emotions. Every one of them. I couldn't be happy. I couldn't be sad. I couldn't be glad. That takes a toll on a person. I don't care who you are. It takes a toll on a person. No matter what I tried, like I said, nothing worked. And I spent 3 years working hard, helping him with his business. And about 2 months ago, I had worked. He walked up to me after work. He says I said I quit, but I'm sorry, I'm not a quitter. He said, "You're fired. This is not working." I said, "Okay." I walked back over to my house, and he went over to his house, didn't say nothing else to me. And the next day, or that afternoon, he left. He got dressed up and he left. The next day, he got dressed up and he left. Every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday, he got dressed up and he left. Every Sunday. Then sometimes the other days, he would get dressed up and he would leave. He never took me anywhere. I've sat there for 3 years and begged just to go to like Houston, some nice restaurant. I don't think I'm that ugly. I mean, am I really that horrible looking to go take me to a restaurant? That's what I feel like. But during that time, I sat there alone with my puppy. She's 13. Me and her just sat there, and I thought about life. I thought about what is going on here. What's going on? Of course, he had already cheated on me twice on the internet, talking to women on different dating sites. But I couldn't figure out what was going on. And then all of a sudden it hit me, you know, Susie, this man does not love you. He does not love you. He uses you for his convenience. And whenever you're no longer convenient, he dumps you. And he goes and does what he wants to do. But other times he drags you around like a piece of arm candy. Does that make sense? He never hugged me. He never kissed me. He never touched me. We had a relationship, and it was pure sexual. And I felt nasty because I'm not that kind of person, and it hurt me. Deep inside, it hurt me. Well, after he finished his little, all of a sudden, 3.5 weeks of his running around, he stopped. I mean, just stopped. One day he didn't go back. He didn't go nowhere. He didn't dress up. Then he came and he tried to talk to me a little bit. Well, I know what he was doing during that 3.5 weeks, and I'm sorry, y'all do too. We're not dumb. We're adults. But I want to tell you something right now. I thought about taking him back, but to hell, I won't. You know why? Because I'm a better lady than that. He don't deserve me. I give everything. I sat there 3.5 weeks by myself. And every time it was thundering and lightning and storming, I would pray he came home okay. I was an idiot to sit there and wait on him. I haven't went any. This is the first place I've been. I'm sitting out by a place near my house. He's got some people up there he's doing whatever work with. But sometimes we forget that the people that are there for us, we need to love them back. We need to do for them. They've done for us, and we screw them over time and time and time again. But I'm going to tell you something right now. You have something in your hands that's so beautiful. I mean, you cannot get it anywhere else. It's called true love. It's something that you don't stab, you don't throw down, you don't stomp on, you don't cheat on, you don't run around, you don't stay on the damn computer, you don't stay on your cell phone. You pay attention to what God sent to you. I'm not saying that I'm some gorgeous drop dead something, but I am saying I deserve more than to just be a side dish. I'm talking to men and women. You people out there who take advantage of your significant other, whether they be wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, it doesn't matter. One day, you're going to wake up and you're going to see this. An empty hand, because everything that you had in that hand slipped through it. And you can't get it back. Because once you screw somebody over that many times, they don't care anymore. You've hurt them as much as they can hurt. You've fractured their heart. You've fractured their soul. You've took their spirit. And you murdered them inside. Now it's up to me to rebuild who I am. But no longer will I be fractured, tortured, talked about, laughed about. Oh, on his social media sites, I'm nowhere to be found. But I'm supposed to be his girlfriend. I'm not his damn girlfriend. I'm sorry. I'm tired of playing the part, you see. This really good girlfriend. I don't have any wants to date right now. What I want is to find myself. Again, the girl that used to laugh, cry, and go places and do things. I haven't been anywhere in 3 years, like shopping with a friend or to a movie. Nothing. And he told me during that time he took off, he went horseback riding and did this and that and that. That's why I said, you've got it in your hand. I begged for 3 years. I begged. Please take me somewhere. Take me to Houston's to eat, please. There was always an excuse. Always an excuse. But you know what? I'm going to tell all of you this. All of you who's hurting right now and who's going through what I'm going through, that they've got a significant other that's treating you like shit. It ain't going to change. I've went through 3 years thinking it was going to change. It ain't going to change. And once they cheat on you, they will cheat again. This is my third experience. Twice on the internet I caught him. Twice. And now, whatever he did last time, because he will not talk about it. So you know what? I'm going to start taking care of myself. I'm going to make myself happy. I didn't move all the way down here by the beach to sit my ass in a house and never go anywhere or do anything, to be hidden away from the public. I am not going to be treated like that. I don't care who knows this, but narcissism is a bad thing. And you won't realize it's happening to you until the fog comes over you. And all of a sudden you say yes, no, yes, no. You have no emotions. You become a robot. You do everything you're told. It doesn't matter what you're told to do. You do it, even if you don't like it. And even if it's against your boundaries, you do it. Because you try to hold on to that person. And it's not idiotic. It's called abuse. It's called emotional and mental abuse. People say, well, just leave. You don't just leave. What about all them Jews that was marched to their deaths? Could they just leave? It's the same damn thing. Narcissists give you Stockholm Syndrome. They get you attached to them and you depend on them. You feed off them because you're starving for love. You never go anywhere. They get in your head and they screw with your mind because they tell you you're ugly, you're unloving, nobody likes you, everybody hates you. Yes, I can prove that's been said to me over and over and over. All of a sudden, all my friends on Facebook, and one day 50 women dropped me as a friend. I didn't do nothing to any of them. I met them. I had never went out anywhere with them and been a friend, but they were on my Facebook as friends. But my significant other was friends with them too. So I'm going to tell all of you something. If you feel like somebody's bad-mouthing you and you feel like you love them, if you feel like they're going behind your back and doing things, go with your damn gut. Because your head don't know shit. I went with my head. I should have stuck with my gut. Because I would have left. I would have left years ago. Right now I'm hurting. I'm hurting because I wasted some of my life. I finally woke up when he did that 3.5 week gone away wherever he went, lying to me, horseback riding bullshit stories. I started waking up. The fog started lifting because he didn't have that constant, bickering at me. And I was like, Susie, what are you doing with your life? Hell, you're sitting here day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year. You've been nowhere. You don't even know what life is anymore. Get off your ass and live. I have some things that I have to do to get my life straight, and I'm going to do it. And I don't care who in the hell gets pissed off or what you've heard about me. But I haven't done anybody wrong. If I've done you wrong, come tell me. Don't tell other people. Come tell me. Talk to me to my face. I'm tired of people going behind my back and saying, Susie, do this, Susie. I don't know any of you people. I know 3 people here. 3. So if you've been told stuff about me, it was a lie. Because if it didn't come from my mouth, it ain't the truth. And if you can't come talk to me like a man or a woman, then that's your tough shit. Because one day somebody's going to do it to you. Because whenever they drop one source of talking about, they got somebody else lined up. And I hope you're not in that spot to take the next shit place on their list. Because there is a person that they already have lined up. Trust you me. All I want to do is live. And laugh and smile. Go to the beach and have fun. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do any of that stuff. I just want to smile when I want to smile. I want to live when I want to live. So all you out there who are going through stuff that a narcissist does, y'all know what I'm talking about. It is the most horrendous abuse you can ever go through. There is no other word for it. I would rather be slapped down, kicked, shot, whatever, because at least I could get over that. It would be a physical wound, and that would heal. It might leave a little scar, but inside, those scars never disappear because they stay when they tell you you're ugly, nobody loves you, everybody hates you. Those scars stick with you forever. So I'm asking you to do one thing. Go look up narcissism, study up on it, read up on it, and find out what's going on in your relationship. If you feel like I've just told you what's going on, then go find out. You deserve it. You owe it to yourself. You cannot just keep sitting around and taking this the rest of your life. I don't care if you've been in it for 20 years or for 2 years. Do something. That's your life. It's not theirs. They stole it from you. They mimic you. They don't have a life. They're empty souls. Go read about narcissism. I promise you. A lot of you are going to find out that what's going on in your life is not your fault. A lot of it is you are being emotionally and mentally abused. And you don't see it until you finally start investigating it and you realize, hey, that's me, and I got to do something about this, because otherwise I'm dying inside. And I was truly dying inside. It's hard for me. Am I scared? Yeah, I got to start all over again with nobody or nothing, just me and my puppy. But I'm pretty damn tough. So I know I can do it, and you can do it too. Don't say I have nowhere to go. Don't say that you can't do it. Get out there and find the resources. They're there. I'm starting to research my resources. Excuse me for my throat. I have a spot on my lung, and I was supposed to be getting it checked because of this COVID. They put me off, and they said it doesn't look like cancer at this time. So There's another thing to worry about, but I ain't worried about that right now. I got to get myself in a home where I'm safe and I can go in and I can go to sleep and not worry about anything happening. My name is Susie, and I always have stood up for myself. But like I said, they will beat you down, and you will scramble for those crumbs that they drop for you. Every little piece of that sweetness, you will scramble for it, and they'll turn around and tell you you're a piece of shit. So get off the crumbs, forget them, because that's just what you're going to get the rest of your life. Get yourself up and go and do for your own self and get your self-esteem back. First of all, love yourself. Forget them. Forget them. Love yourself. Get your self-esteem back. Don't let anybody devalue you, and don't let anybody dehumanize you. You're a human. I'm a human. I'm going to get off my ass, and this shit's going to change. Excuse my language, but it's going to change because I'm taking my life back. And I don't care where I have to go to do it. I'm taking it back. I'm going to pray for all of you out there that if y'all are in this situation, that you get out of it. Because I know how bad it hurts. I mean, hurts. Don't worry about finding a whole bunch of friends to go talk to, because I'm just going to say this. There are flying monkeys out there, and they'll know the other person. If you go talk to them, they'll go back and tell the other person what you said, or they'll add to it too. And then they go tell somebody else. So all of a sudden in the town, you're this real big piece of crap, and you didn't do anything wrong. But because of the circle, you'll be the bad person. They'll be the victim. Nobody knows what goes on behind closed doors. I do. And I have plenty enough proof to show you what went on behind these closed doors. And I've had enough. So get out. Get your kids out. Get you out. I don't care if you're man or woman. Get yourself, get your kids away from that piece of shit that you're with, that downs you and talks ugly to you and doesn't treat you human. Please do it today. I'll see y'all later. Please take care of yourself. Don't take any more abuse. Bye.